Hey, happy Friday, everyone. What's going on? It's Dustin here, and I hope you had a great week in your business and in life. That's really what this kind of topic is about to be tonight, is really how to start mastering the compound effect and how you can start utilizing this to feel your success in your business and your life. So many people out there always think that they have to work so many hours in a day in order to actually get results. And that's not always true. What you can actually start doing right now is just applying a little bit of action on a consistent daily basis. Now listen to me when I say focus on consistency. So many people want to go out there and work 10 hours once and then think, maybe next week I'll put another 10 hours into my business for one day and think that they're going to be able to build a successful business. And actually, it's much better to go out and start making a habit of maybe working only an hour a day. If you work a full-time job, maybe come home from work and work an hour a day. And if you work full-time from home, then definitely want to be put in a good solid work day and having a detailed plan of action, a detailed daily action plan that you're actually going to go out there and use to start creating the results that you're looking for in your business based on your goals. Hey, what's going on, Justin? How are you doing tonight, my friend?
How's it going? Doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for jumping on at the last minute here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, have you ever read this book, The Compound Effect?
No, I've seen it. I haven't got a chance to read it yet, though.
Oh, do you know much about the compound effect, or kind of how, whenever people actually start taking consistent daily actions, how that can help their business?
Oh yeah, I mean you have a great effect. It's changing your way of thinking and getting in the routine and seeing things and more having your mindset. It's gonna help you out a lot in your business.
Okay.
You're not gonna fall back in the trap of being inconsistent.
Exactly. I love the fact that I was able just to 5 minutes before this and to tell you, hey man, can you jump on a hangout? And next thing you know, dude, you're right there. That's a successful mindset mentality that you have. It's Monday through Friday. That's when we said we're going to do these. It's Monday through Friday, every day at 8 p.m. And this is going to be something that's powerful that you can leverage off of and just have a lot of fun with us on these hangouts. Because that's what it's all about. It's about having fun. Nobody wants to go from a job and start straight back to another job.
Yeah.
That's just not that motivating. But if you can have fun while doing it, while creating and building an online business, that's where the power comes in, I think, is when you have some fun. So we'll go further deeper. Darren Hardy, the guy from Success Magazine, he wrote the book called The Compound Effect. And my wife and I, when we started the book, we were inspired, and we got the book, we started reading it, and that's actually what manifested the daily action plan that we actually give away for free to people. If you're interested, let us know. This is something all you got to do is put in your email, and you can actually get access to this free download from us. And this is actually what we do day in and day out with our business to actually get to where we were. The compound effect is all about building momentum. Okay, so if you've ever, I'm going to give you an example. Think of a merry-go-round, right? You're at the park, and you start to push that thing by yourself, right? It takes a while to get some momentum. You've got to get past that inertia. You know what I mean? So what's going to happen is this is you and your business. You're working your business, right? Well, let's say if you're putting a little bit of effort in, let's say you work an hour a day for 90 days. Okay, that's 90 hours that you've actually had into your business over 3 months. It's a lot better to work something consistently on a daily basis and build something up over time and start letting momentum jump into the picture to actually help you with your business, than it is to just work a little bit one time here and then just wait and sit around. You know what I mean? One thing is a lot of people will reach burnout very quickly, especially in this industry. If you want, if you work a full-time job and you come home and you're going to set yourself up. You say, I'm going to do 2 to 3 videos every day when I get home, or I'm going to work for 2 to 3 hours, and you stay up till wee hours of the night. You're not really being that productive that you think you are, because you're only working that one day. You're probably chances are most likely you're only going to do that once or twice, and you're going to get burned out. You're not going to want to take action every day. I can tell you that. I've done it myself. Okay, I've set myself up for. You set yourself up for failure by doing that. And that's the power of the compound effect, is if you can just say, I'm going to commit to taking a certain amount of action every single day, Monday through Friday, which is a normal work day, which most people work Monday through Friday. So that gives you your weekend for your work balance, which is a whole other topic that we can actually go over, which is about being balanced, actually taking, rewarding yourself for taking action all week long. Okay. So you've got that compound effect working for you. You're actually taking that consistent daily action and only doing a couple hours. Like I said, though, if you're full-time, you want to work a full-time. You want to put full-time hours in your business because that's your business. That's what you do. Other people, if you think they go to work they work a full-time job, they go to work for 8, 10, 12. Sometimes people work 14-hour days. Now. That's not to say when you're first starting off on a new business and a new frontier, you're building an empire online, that you do not, you might need to put some more hours in. And that's the power of the compound effect. If you're working, your business and you're doing an hour each day, think about it. If you're working full-time in your business and you're able to put 3 to 4 hours in a day of consistent, focused action, okay? Not talking about jumping on Facebook and connecting with people, sitting there for a couple of hours. I'm talking about, income-producing actions, things that are actually going to, help you, things that are actually going to get you out there and master, getting traffic strategies, getting campaigns going, driving traffic to your business. That's the stuff. That's the lifeline of your business. If you do not have sales, if you do not have leads coming in, where is your business at? And you've got to stand from the outside in looking in. If somebody's looking at you right now and they're like, so I work at home and I work full time. Okay, well, do you have leads coming in and do you have sales coming in as a business? Because a business needs to make money in order to function, to stay alive, to keep prospering, right? So what we've got to do is you've got to stay consistent in your actions, especially let's say you're working from home and you have a spouse and you're married, and they work a full-time job or something like that, and they don't see exactly what you're doing. They don't this is kind of cool and kind of not, but I really don't see any results yet. Well, what you have to do is you have to prove to them by actions. Like, so for instance, if you're gonna start a daily hangout show, you gotta stay consistent on that now, because you're putting that out to the universe. You're letting everybody out there know that we're going to be doing this now, so you've got to stay consistent on what you said, because people are always watching you, and they want to see somebody who's consistent. I like to work with people that are consistent in their business, right? Don't you, Justin?
Yep, for sure.
Would you like to share a couple things based on what I just said now, can help you about the compound effect?
Yeah, I mean, everyone has a different situation at home, but there's always ways to find time to work on your business. My situation just changed. My wife just started working full time. I have to take care of my son basically 8 to 12 hours a day by myself. But the time in between when he's taking a nap or something, I'm going to be able to jump on, maybe make a quick video, do what I can do, and then after my wife gets home from work, I'll be able to go on and actually do the rest of the things that I didn't get done during the day. I used to have all day to be able to work on things. Now I'm going to be a little bit more focused at night, depending on the schedule, but it's all going to work out the next couple of weeks. But being consistent and finding that time and making that dedication, making the sacrifice to be able to, put that time into your business on a daily basis is, it's going to make a big difference and a big impact on how successful you are in business. You're not going to be too successful if you're always making excuses, not taking action, and just kind of saying, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll do it the next day. It's not going to work that way. Tomorrow never comes for that type of
exactly.
thing. So you need to be able to come out with a plan, be able to stay to it, and be consistent on what you're going to do, and realize it takes action and it takes time to be able to make it be successful in this business. It's going to take a lot out of you, and if you're willing to put the time into doing it, then you're going to start seeing results.
So you've seen our daily action plan that we have, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, what you're just saying is you can actually take that daily action plan and budget it out into something that would be feasible for your schedule. But for somebody else that's just now coming in, they've got an daily action plan, and they're like, whoa, I don't have enough hours in the day to even accomplish this task. Well, that's where the compound effect comes in, is you can plan out a 90-day action plan, whatever time permits for you to be able to focus in your business with your life and your families. We all understand that everybody's got stuff like that. You've got your personal life and business life, So what you have to do is you have to figure out, one, how bad do you want this? You know, like you said, it's all about mindset when you first jumped on, Justin.
Yep.
Is you got to have your head straight. You got to already have your head in the game, just like anybody else in Major League Baseball, football, sports teams. They don't go out there with their mind all over the place. They're there determined, dedicated, and ready to kick some butt. You know, they're ready to win, right?
Yeah, for
If
sure.
they didn't have their mind set, if they weren't accepting that, they weren't ready to make things happen, they would get out on the field and freak out, or they would have a really bad game. So put that in perspective in your business. If you're not fully dedicated and ready to take action in your business, you're wasting your time, because if you want to build a business, just think about people who own a brick and mortar business. This is the same concept. You are building a business, and a business has to have daily actions. They have operations that go on. If you work, when I worked at a software company, we had daily operations that we had to do when I ran IT. I wasn't just sitting around there talking on Facebook, not doing anything. I had to actually train people, teach them how to use the system, set up different networks, remote into servers, et cetera, and I had a list of things to do that my project manager gave me to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he organized and planned all those events out and structured it for me, and I was just going in and I was taking action. So you've got to take action in your business now, if that's what you want. If you don't want a business, if you want to treat this like a hobbies are very expensive. I got guitars and things like that. That's a hobby. That doesn't bring in an income. So that's why it's so important. I think the compound effect is so vital that people just start doing something small.
Yeah.
Something small. But if you work full time at home, it's a different story. Everybody's story is different, and that's what you were just touching base on a while ago, Justin. You just gotta say, when is enough? When is the time going to be enough that you're ready to make a business happen? And that's what I sometimes when we are in our business and life and leadership. We have to question ourselves sometimes and think, whoa, what are we doing? We all have new obstacles. As you go up in your business, as you scale up and things like that happen, you're going to have bigger obstacles that come in your way and things that you have to accomplish.
Yep.
And you know what I mean? It's always a constant growth process. And that's why I love the beauty of the compound effect. Here's a good example of the compound effect. So let's say for instance, I'm somebody, and I'm going to give you two different people. Okay, there's the person. One is the person that works a full time. He works a job, or does anything like that. But then he comes home every day and he eats a bag of potato chips, and he also eats burgers, hamburgers, and stuff like that. He used to be healthy, okay, but then he started to do that. He started to eat that over time. Now his body was okay, everything was okay. He was fit, and he also had a couple beers. Let's say, for instance. And what would happen is over time, let's say over a 90-day period, he gained a little weight. Maybe 6 months, maybe 9 months, nothing ever happened, right? But then after a year hit, holy crap, the gut started popping out, right? That was person A. Now let's see person B. Person B is in the same situation, same type of lifestyle, but he decided to make healthier decisions, healthier options. Maybe had a glass of red wine. Ate salads, ate healthy, was smart about finances and things like that. Well, 3 months went by, he was healthy, feeling good, vibrant. 6 months, 9 months, really not much has changed. A year went by, and now this person is vibrant, full of energy, happy, healthy, energetic, and just full of life, right? That's the power of the compound effect. It can affect you in a negative way, and it can affect you in a positive way. So that's where I love the beauty of the compound effect, because it puts things in a perspective that you never really think about, your habits. Because we're habitual, right, Justin?
Yep. Yeah, I mean, you got to get in the habit of doing it. And the more you do it, you'll see it, the easier it is. I mean, with me, for video marketing, I've never done it before. Once I started, by my second or third video, I'm like, I could start popping these out every day now. It just becomes routine because you get used to doing it. It's easier. It's just like anything, the more you do it, the more consistent you are, the better you get at it. Like you said, you play guitar, you don't pick up the guitar and automatically know how to play it. It's over time you got to practice, and through doing it over and over again, routine and on a daily basis, it becomes natural, and the better you get at it. So, but the first thing is actually taking the action and taking that first step of getting it going. That's the most important.
Exactly. So, what's kind of give some examples to people that are watching right now? Kind of what's some things that after hearing about the compound effect and not even reading the book, basically just kind of like what I was telling you, that you could actually start applying right now in your business tonight. That you could actually start putting into your business to get ready for ready. What are some things you could do?
Well, you could start, seeing what your, if you're find out what marketing you're going to do, want to stay consistent, and if you're going to be marketing on Facebook, if you're going to be marketing, using social media like YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, your blog, you want to make sure that you have all them optimized, all of them working together as far as they're all connected, so all your content that you post is going to be posted to all your different social media sites. If you're doing the video marketing, you want to make sure that you're staying on a consistent basis daily of getting the content out there.
So are you going to create yourself a schedule now of something that basically you're going to be able to do? If you're like our son, whenever Luke goes to sleep, that's when we have our biggest time to focus.
Yeah.
But if you're actually focused, at the time he goes to bed, if you actually just focus on knocking out certain tasks, you wouldn't stay up all night trying to knock out those tasks. If you had a focus and you actually had a set plan of actions that you already are actually going to do and the routine that you already have down, it becomes a second nature.
Yeah.
So yeah, exactly.
It's perfect example. When I was first started doing my videos, the first couple videos, it was 10, 20, 30 takes before I finally was satisfied with it and getting them done. Now I get a video done in 2 to 5 minutes. As long as it's recorded and nothing happened with the software, then yeah, I had a time where I recorded and I sound like a chipmunk. So I was the first take. It's like, but yeah, it takes less than 5 minutes to do a quick 2-minute video and be satisfied with it. And the more you learn the software with you're using, the more you can edit it and go back and change things without having to redo the whole thing all over again. So it's being consistent and taking the time to learn the tools that are available to you.
Exactly. So once you get that routine down, it's so simple. It's broken down into a science. You know what I mean? And inside this book, Compound Effect, it literally says your life comes down to this formula. Your choices, which is a decision, plus a behavior, which is action, plus the habit, which is the repeated action, plus compounded, which is your time, equals your goals.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, you have a choice. You made a decision. I want to be successful online. I want to have a successful business. Okay. Well, what are your behaviors? What kind of actions are you taking to have a successful business on a daily basis? Because your habit is repeated actions, your routine that you're doing on a daily basis, which is your time. How much time are you doing? So that's why I said it could be positive and negative. Whatever outcome you look at it, whatever types of things you're putting it, the compound effect is beautiful because it's based on our behaviors.
Yep.
It's literally, it's imperative to figure out which behaviors are blocking the path that leads to your goal and which behaviors will help you accomplish your goal.
Yep. You
think about that. Doesn't that make just perfect sense? Like you have a light bulb that just popped out on the top of your head, an aha moment.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll take a picture of this and put it up. I can put it up in the group thing after. But like I said, everyone, this is it. This is what it's about on online marketing in your business and in life. Is you've got to break down these core concepts and dig deep into your mind and say, just like I said right here, your choice. Once you make a decision, if your decision is not big enough, if your dream is not big enough, all the rest of the stuff will just won't go into where you want it to go. Yep. Because you've got a belief system that goes into place based on how you come about and what you're the actions that you're putting right into it. If you know what I mean. You know what I mean? Want to come see Dad, huh?
Yeah, it's time to go to sleep.
Oh yeah, that's how Luke was. He was not wanting to go to sleep right now. He's fighting it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it comes down, like you say, it's a compound effect. That's in there charging. It's like you gotta ask yourself too: Are you a doer or your dreamer. You know, the dreamer's throwing the towels. They're not taking the action. They want everything handed to them on a plate. You know, they don't want to do the hard work. The doers, you know, they're there to get up when they fall down. You know, some things may get in the way, but they're going to get up and keep on going and keep on doing. That's what it takes. You know, it's nice to dream, but it doesn't get the task done. It's the doing this what gets it done.
Yeah, it's good to dream, man. It's good to dream and put those visions like on a vision board and then apply and then look at that and get inspired.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at that, some people see. Here's the difference of mindset. When I look at that, when Tracy looks at that, my wife, business partner of mine, when we look at these boards, it inspires us and it gets us to be creative and think, wow, I can accomplish that. I will have what's on that board, and I'm going to look at it not to the point where I get attached, but I'm going to look at it enough to where I be like, you know what, I'm inspired, and we even have it right here. This is something really big on our vision board. Building a business website is easy next to the vision and success. And I literally, since we put that up, it's so effort to even teach how to build a business, a website. And we have literally created multiple businesses and multiple websites that are so simple to create now. You know, we actually can teach it as and that's the power of having that vision and applying that with the compound effect. And having your mindset. So, I mean, I really could just focus on that mindset so much because that's really where that true power comes from is whenever you make a decision. And when that decision is fueled by that fire, that burning desire, that passion, that inspiration, your actions are going to be fueled. There is nothing more better than having that inspired action. When you take inspired action, something just like lights up inside of you and everybody can feel it, especially if you're doing video marketing. They can feel it. They're like, man, this person is passionate. I want to work. I want to be a part. Nutmeg, get down. Go. Cat. Go figure, he jumps up. But he got inspired, didn't he? He got inspired to get petted. But you take that inspired action and you feel that into your business, into your life, whatever it is that you're working on, whatever you're trying to accomplish. That, my friend, is untouchable. There is nothing that can stop somebody with that inspired thought process when they have that burning desire and action. Just like in the book Think and Grow Rich. Every time I read that book, the word burning desire, it just literally pops out nonstop into my mind.
Yeah.
You've read the pages, you probably have noticed that's one of the things that just literally gets programmed into your subconscious nonstop. You know what I mean?
That's a good one.
What else do you want to kind of add onto this, my friend?
I think a lot of people too, they want to focus a lot on they tend to get the wrong idea with focusing on just the training, and they kind of dive too deep into that, and that's, it's good for the training, reading that, but it's not going to necessarily get your business going. It can start to be an overload. But there's so much information coming in, you want to know about so many different things, and you want to dive into training. But yeah, you can do that, but it needs to be taken in bits and it needs to be taken in bits and pieces. The training, there's other ways to be trained than to just focusing just on that, just for the simple fact of thinking that that's the most important thing. And yeah, education is good, but you got to actually be taking action on those things that you're learning as well.
Applied knowledge. Whenever, what it is we can get down to the root of it. We can get down to the real core of why it's called, my cat just went past me again. Okay. You got my mind off topic. We were just talking about the action, didn't it?
Yeah, the education.
Oh yeah, the education. Okay, the real core of that is the paralysis by analysis, and what that means is basically your comfort zone. Your comfort zone will keep you broke. Your comfort zone will keep you, if you're trying to lose weight, will keep you fat. It'll keep you in so many different ways, because whenever you're at comfort, you feel good, and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go join this business program, and I'm gonna start learning how to market. And I'm just going to sit there and learn learn, learn. So I'm like sitting there. I used to do this all the time. I go in the back office. I look in there, and I'd be like, oh man, this is awesome. I can learn Facebook marketing. And I go look at Facebook marketing, and I'll be like, oh man, I can't wait to get started on this. I can just see how much this is going to help me. And then I move on, and I'm like, man, this is cool. And then I click on Google Plus. Oh man, this is awesome. I can't wait to get fired up and take action on this. You didn't take any action. You stayed in your comfort zone, and you stayed consistent in the comfort zone instead of getting uncomfortable. If you really want to have success online, if you really want to change your life, just like life coaches, people that are life coaches like Tony Robbins and all, he stays uncomfortable. He literally will tell you that. He has gotten to a point where he does not want to be comfortable. The minute you get comfortable is the minute you stop growing. And that's, you want to grow. You want to grow, you want to inspire other people, you know, because as human beings, it's in our nature, it's in our blood to help others. That's to want to help other people. You know, it feels so good to help other people. You know, you can sleep so much better at night when you know how much of a change you're making, even if it's just on one person at a time. You know, that's what I always tell people. So, like, get focused on driving traffic and lead generation and all that. Why not just focus on talking to one person a day? Yeah. You know, if you get overwhelmed trying to think of how to talk to 5 to 10 people, how easy is it to just talk to one person? And if you can talk to that one person and that one video you made or whatever videos, I always say just make it that one person can get inspired from your content. Yeah. That takes away the stress of trying to think, how am I ever going to get so many people to watch my content? Yeah. And then what happens is that puts a burden on you, and you're not going to want to take action because you're going to be like, man, all this action I'm taking and I'm getting nothing. But if you can start to see the small compound effect of that one YouTube view a day over time, compounded over the X amount of videos that you've made over a 90-day period, imagine how much that would be. You've got 90 videos, 90 views, 90 people, you know, that just creates momentum. Big Mo jumps in the picture eventually, and he'll start duplicating that for you. Yep. Then now you're getting 2 views on that video. You're getting 4 views, 6 views, 10. But you've got to start at the small part because that's all we can handle. You know, we can't handle all that. If we do, we get stuck in information overload, and we're not really learning or doing anything. We just get frozen. Yeah. So it's so important to just break that down into little bitty small sections of things that we could actually accomplish in our mind. Because you have to be able to first believe it in your mind to be able to do the action. Yeah. And I think that's very important to leave with. We're going to leave with this tonight about the compound effect. Is just take everything that you're doing and break it down, small little increments. Okay. I suggest you start a 90-day action plan. You know, and if you're lost, you don't know what's going on, we got a Facebook group. If you actually go to our YouTube channel, Build Your Biz Blueprint YouTube channel, there's actually an open Facebook group that we have where you can come in and we'll go ahead and we'll approve you to come be a part of it. And this is something that we just want to get you a part of, and you'll click on it, it'll bring you there. And this is a place where you can ask questions if you're lost or you don't know what's going on. We want to help you. And we've got a team of people that are going to be there to support and help you too, because that's what this is all about. It's all about the people at the end of the day. Especially in this kind of industry, you want to help people. You know, these people they're putting their hard work, money, their time, their energy, and you want to help them. You know, they're sacrificing times with their families and things like that to work with you. So you got to get focused, and we're here to help you. You know, most of all, that's really where it's at. We want to help you be successful and make changes in your life. And that's why we're doing these Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Always, we're going to be rocking it out. Justin, do you have anything you want to leave with us tonight, man?
Yeah, I just want to touch upon, you know, from going through and hanging out on other hangouts and watching them, you know, you learn that you're right. You know, you got to take one person at a time. It's a lot easier than taking 5 to 10 people a day, you know. And that goes on in an individual basis, but also you're treating people, you know, you want to get to know them. You just want to be tossing your business out of them. You just want to be, you know, pitching them your business in there. You know, you don't want to look at them as prospects. You want to build a friendship, a relationship with people. You know, we want them to be comfortable and, you know, see that you're there to help them and, you know, build a team and be able to get something to help each other, from, they may know something that you don't know and vice versa, and, taking the time to treat each person individually, it's better to build relationships than to just be talking business. There's things that you learn from each other and getting to know people too on a personal level, not just
well, that's how you actually build a successful business, is you go out there and network and be a friend with people first.
Yeah.
That's what we were, Justin. We were friends. We built a friendship. We grew. That's what it's about. It's about growing those true friendships and relationships and networking with people on a consistent basis. Because traffic is nothing more than people coming to you.
Yep.
Right. So once you make that distinguishment, you understand exactly what that is. It's actually people on the other end coming to your content, coming into you. Now it's up to you to deliver, being a friend. Be a friend first. If you get anything about networking out, is just be a friend with people. And one thing I can tell you, people will love to talk. They'll talk about themselves, and that's where you can come in. And if if they hit a pain point, or if they hit something that they're lost in, guess what? They're going to sell themselves on something. You don't have to do that. That's one thing I always tell people about prospecting and so many other things. That's another topic for another time. But there's so much that we can go over, man. I'm having so much fun here.
Yeah.
Everyone, just want to let you know, Mike and I, Tracy, we love y'all all. We want y'all to have success. And don't forget to take it easy this weekend. If you worked on your business and you rocked out, congratulate yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back. Go take your family out. Go do something fun and enjoy yourself. And we'll see you back here on Monday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank y'all so much for watching and have a great night. Justin, thank you, bro. Take care. All right, bye-bye.